I think it was very natural to musicalize the subjects of Big and Little Edie because music was so much a part of their lives. Yeah. They were always singing, and Little Edie was always dancing around the house, and that's all they really wanted to do in life, was to sing and to dance and to perform. So I think it's very fitting, and I think it's very satisfying for the Beals that we're celebrating them in this way. Grey Gardens is so multi-layered, you have to come back and see it more than once. It's funny, and it's sad, and I think people really identify with so many of the themes that are in Grey Gardens. I had the great privilege of performing both Big Edie and Little Edie in Grey Gardens. The first act, I played Big Edie, and it takes place in 1941. And they're sort of at the height of their experience, the height of society, they're the height of their wealth.
Our breakfast, tea, and toast. Funny how things that mean the least are what we miss the most.
You won't find a sacred haven. And then in Act 2, I play Little Edie in 1975, when the building is going to be shut down by the health department because of problems with the house. So they don't think it's fit to live in.
This is Edith Bouvier Beale, my very own mother, can you imagine? And her adult daughter, Miss Edie Beale, a former debutante once known as Body Beautiful Beale. They called me Body Beautiful Beale, it's true. It was my, what do you call it, my sobriquet. Living on Long Island in a garbage-ridden, filthy 28-room house with 52 cats, fleas, cobwebs, and virtually no plumbing. After vociferous complaints from neighbors, the Board of Health took legal action against the reclusive pair. Why, it's the most disgusting, atrocious thing ever to happen in America.
Well, I think they're just originals because they're nonconformists, really.
Yeah.
And they just
really don't mind having 40 cats running around, or whether they can't distinguish the liver pate from the cat food. It's not an important issue. When I was first asked to do the show, I thought, this can't make a musical. There's no way. And I don't want to play an old lady in a bed. When I think back on that, it's pretty funny to me now. And she's really not in a bed. She may be physically in a bed, but she's not in bed emotionally.
That's right.
So, Mo, blame it on the mother. When I'm getting buried, you won't get another. Enough with all your celebrated loves. You had 2 hands, you could have modeled gloves. Is it my fault that your cake fell flat, that you're unmarried, bold and fat, as the world walks by and Edie said, I ate the cake I had and loved it.
This relationship, the mother-daughter relationship, is enormously compelling to an awful lot of people, not just women, and it's every bit as full as it would be in a play, and it's almost as though the songs even make it deeper.
Transformational experience. It really has the opportunity for that, and it's sort of almost like getting religion or something, because people are really transformed. They're really changed by having the experience. On opening night of Grey Gardens, the nephews came. Little Edie's nephews came, and her cousins were there. Some of her cousins were there. And that was exciting for me because they treated me like a long-lost relative. I mean, it was really so nice. I mean, I was just welcomed into the family like I was one of their own. And another funny thing that happened to me was that I was promised a car. Well, the car never showed up. So who ended up taking me to the reception, but the opening night party, but Ron Galella. Now, Ron Galella was, didn't he have, he had some kind of a thing with Jackie Kennedy. He was the one who stalked her.
The photographer.
The photographer, Ron Galella, who stalked Jackie Kennedy, and she went to court to get him to stay 200 feet away from her or something like that. Yeah. So it's just so strange. I mean, it was just this strange sort of convergence of these worlds, you know, colliding. And Ron Galella was photographing me like, you know, and I was wearing the fur coat, you know, that Edie wore on the cover of, you know, Grey Gardens, and one of the nephews was saying, oh, my mother gave her that fur coat. It was just like this crazy collision of worlds, you know. So that was kind of an interesting opening night.
Around the world there isn't room for every special thing. Around the world you choose a few that make the music sing.
See the show hailed by both critics and theatergoers, Grey Gardens, coming to the Walter Kerr Theater. Get your tickets right here on Broadway.yahoo.com.